Hey guys, for this video I am going to be continuing the footwork fundamentals series. It's been a while since I've posted anything to that series, so this video is going to be for another basic footwork type of move, and it's just a 360 spin, so it's like a 360 pivot. So this is a lot of fun to just throw in a line and just spin around quickly. And it's a good fundamental trick, especially if you want to do multiple spins later. So basically there's 4 ways you can do a 360 pivot. You can do it front side, back side, and on your nose. So before doing this, you don't need to know too much. It will be helpful if you've already learned how to pivot, and that was covered in my first video series for getting started with skateboarding. And it's very similar to a pivot, except you're just gonna hold the pivot longer. When you're starting this out, I recommend starting stationary, so do it while you're not moving, and try and do it all 4 ways. So front side and back side on your tail, and front side and back side on your nose. When you're learning them, it'll also be helpful to stay crouched. That will help lower your center of gravity and help you maintain a little bit more stability. It might also be helpful to keep your feet decently far apart. It'll be much harder to keep your balance if your feet are about like this. So definitely try and keep your feet further apart, and really the most stable positions for your feet are going to be directly above your wheels. So I'm going to do the 4 types of 360s so you can see what they look like. All right, I do not practice some of those directions, so some of those spins took a little longer than I was expecting to get. So when you're trying to learn the spins, definitely try different foot positions and angles, especially the position of your back foot. You might find it's helpful to have it on the tail. You might find it more helpful to have it a little bit on the bolt holes, and you might find it helpful to maybe point it a little bit in a diagonal direction. Another key thing to remember when doing this trick is find some ground that is level. If you're on a hill, this is going to be much more difficult to learn because you're going to be rolling in one direction. It also might help if you're having trouble getting it stationary. Give yourself a little push and go very slowly. Once you start getting better at these, either going slow or stationary, then you could start going a little bit faster, and you'll start to get more comfortable with them, feel a little bit more stable with them, and start combining them with some of the other footwork like walk the dogs, end overs, monster walks, and it's just a lot of fun to just cruise around on your board, spin around, and just kind of float around. It kind of feels like you're dancing when you're able to combine all these together smoothly. Also, try not to scrape your tail. You'll probably do it a lot at first when you're learning, just because it is tough to balance while you're spinning. But ultimately what you're going for, what your goal is going to be to get these without scraping your tail. It's more technically challenging that way, and it also is better for your board to not scrape your tail. So remember, even though this is fundamental, this is not going to be easy. In fact, some of these directions were pretty hard for me to just get a quick video of. So I'm going to be practicing them more. They will require your patience to learn. So I hope this helps you guys, and keep having fun.